In this video, we are going to talk about the 10 things you don't want to see on the football pitch. Before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. When you watch a football match, what do you anticipate to see? Goals? Do you want some full-fledged tackles? Maybe a few of cards? All of this appears to be totally logical. However, every now and then, something unexpected happens on the field that no one could have imagined. Here are 10 things you should never see on a football field. Number 10. Players of the competing team swapping jerseys on the field at halftime. If you really want a keepsake, but your team just got thrashed 5-0, wait until no one can see you before asking for a trade. Do not do it during halftime when headed towards the tunnel. The jerseys are usually kept by the players as memories of their playing days. However, this is not always the case. Just ask Pelé, who sold one of his 1970 World Cup shirts for $310,000 in 2002 to the family of a player with whom he traded jerseys. So, if you're a big soccer fan, keep an eye out for legendary game-worn jerseys. They might just come up for sale. Number 9. Streaker runs onto the field and interrupts the game. A pitch invasion happens when a spectator or a group of spectators rush onto the playing field, usually to celebrate or criticize an incident, or occasionally as a publicity gimmick. They can often result in criminal charges, fines, or prison time for the club involved, especially if they cause a disturbance in play, yet, they may be more welcome if a big number of spectators flood the pitch at the same moment outside of playing time. Pitch invasions are not uncommon but not as popular in top-flight football nowadays, but it was once customary for fans of the winning team in a significant match, such as a cup final, to swarm onto the pitch after the final whistle. For example, on the BBC's television broadcast of the 1966 World Cup final, Kenneth Wolstenholme famously said, "Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over, it is now." Before the end of extra time, they were fans who had encroached on the pitch. Number 8. Wrong decisions by referees. Because football is such a fierce sport, scrapes and scuffles are common during games, although they rarely involve the referee. Earlier this year, during a League One match between PSG and Nantes, French referee Tony Chapron clashed with Diego Carlos and was knocked out. The collision appeared benign enough, but as soon as Chapron struck the ground, he kicked out at the Nantes defender before getting up and having the audacity to dismiss him. Maybe it was retaliation for what Paulo Di Canio had done to Paul Alcock. Number 7. Waiting for video assistant referee to make decision. Now, there's a serious risk of losing that special moment that brings supporters together. As the referee trots over to the touchline, the scorer and tens of thousands of fans stand, arms in the air or hands on hips, waiting for the mates in the van to signal the start of the game. By then, the opportunity has passed. Even if the goal is successful, the emotion fades throughout the 3-minute limbo. We may see that moment vanish entirely if players reflexively look to the referee to award the goal rather than running towards the fans. The marriage of technology and football seem to be unavoidable. But, in order to persuade purists, it must first find a way to integrate itself into the game's flow so that the long-term consequence is integration rather than disruption. Number 6. Home team without spirit. In a soccer context, team spirit is critical because the stronger the team, the better the game. Having a strong team spirit among players will enhance motivation and allow players to feel a part of a team. You will find that a team with strong team spirit is indestructible. Words like "there is no I in team" and "teamwork makes the dream work" are highly powerful. You will find that a team at its finest can perform more work than an individual working alone. In a game, a home team with no spirit is a significant turnoff. Number 5. Artificial turf. What makes soccer players prefer grass to turf? Because of injuries, the first and most crucial reason is, the ACL and other joints are subjected to a 45% increase in stress. Other essential conditions, such as extreme heat and an abnormal bounce of the ball, have a considerable impact on the game's performance on turf. But those are just a few of the points to consider. It is true that turf has more drawbacks than advantages, yet the usage of artificial grass pitches is becoming more popular by the day. Number 4. No atmosphere in the stadium from the fans. Crowds can be distracting, affecting a player's focus and mental condition, as well as changing the game's outcome.
Many players are given pep talks and are taught not to let the crowd get the best of them in order to reduce this cognitive burden.
They can get through the distractions by focusing their attention on the important stuff, the game they're playing.
While concentrating on the game, many players block out the sounds.
The presence of a crowd improves a player's performance on the field.
It improves the mood and makes the game more fun. The crowd seems to tell you what's going on.
When the cheers are loud, you know the team is doing well, and when they go "oh" in a despondent tone, you know someone is out. When you hear a lot of chanting and cheering, you can probably infer that someone has crossed the goal line or scored a goal.
Number 3.
Players faking fouls/injuries.
Foul simulation is the name given to this phenomena. It's a method used by players to influence the referee's judgment.
In this method, the referee truly believes there was a foul and can make a call that benefits the simulating team, such as awarding the opposing team a red or yellow card or a penalty kick.
Which of course is a major turn-off in the game.
If a referee purchases your simulation, he will be able to make decisions that will aid your team in winning the game. Foul simulation, on the other hand, is punishable by a yellow card under soccer rules.
Number 2. Pink football shoes.
I'm not sure why academy coaches believe that players must earn the right to wear the footwear they want to wear. It seems like a waste of time stamping your authority on a bunch of kids while they're still young. However, wearing pink shoes is a significant turnoff, as pink is associated with immaturity. If you're a Premier League academy player, in my opinion, player have already earned the right to wear any football footwear he wants. Every performance, every training session, and every match determines his future at the football club, and, in some situations, his career as a footballer. He is under the spotlight, and he is well aware that his prospects of making it to the reserves or first team of the team he is with are already minimal.
Number 1. Player fights.
Fights in football games aren't unheard of, but they usually occur between players from opposite teams.
At Newcastle United, no.
Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer came to blows after a 3-0 defeat at home to Aston Villa in 2005 after the latter continually refused to pass to the former. This is proper schoolboy fare. After both had been sent off, manager Graham Souness entered the changing room and offered to fight them. That'll take care of that.
What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.